Hi, welcome to another trick of the week. In this one, we're going to be looking at how to play rhythm, but rather than strumming our rhythm, we're going to use a thumb and our three fingers together as a block. Often when we're playing the ukulele, we think about either picking out little melodies or strumming the rhythm. We're thinking of either lead or melody playing and rhythm playing as strumming. But it's quite common on other instruments, such as the guitar, to play a rhythm part using the thumb and fingers, almost like a bass line with your thumb and your fingers playing the chord part, or even like the left and right hand of a piano. So I'm going to show you two rhythms in this video. One's quite easy and is quite a good one for more poppy sounding songs. The other one's a bit more challenging and it's a bossa nova. So here's our first one. And in this one, we're going to have a tap where we bring our right hand down onto the strings, but rather than plucking, we just make the strings make contact with the frets up here. It's not a loud sound, but combined with the fact that when we do it, it stops the chord, that really accentuates it. And that's going to happen on beats 2 and 4, like the snare drum would if we had a drummer with us. We're going to keep our first three fingers together, curled round, and they're going to be on the first, second and third strings, and our thumb is going to take care of the fourth string. Now this can sound really effective with a low fourth string, and in a moment I'll demonstrate these on my baritone, which has got a low fourth, so you can hear that kind of bass and chord effect. But it works fine with a high G as well. I'm just going to hold down a C chord, and this is our first rhythm. Thumb plays the fourth string. Those three fingers together. Now don't try and bend your fingers or pluck with individual fingers. Just use your wrist to pull your hand up. Not very far because you've got to get it back again. So just maybe an inch off the strings at most. Thumb, all of those fingers together. Then we bring those fingers down and just tap. Our whole hand can come down and it gets our fingers back in position on the thumb and the fingers on those strings ready to play the next chord, and it gives us a little percussive tap and it stops the chord ringing. So thumb, fingers, tap. Then fingers again. So it's thumb, fingers, tap, fingers. And that's it, because that just repeats. And if you speed it up, change chords, and here it is on my baritone, because I've got the low fourth, you'll hear the effect that having a low fourth string will have. And if you've got a low G on your GCE A-tuned ukulele, you'll get a similar kind of effect. Now for our second one. Now that first rhythm only lasted half a bar, because once we'd gone 1 and 2 and, the next part of the bar, 3 and 4 and, was just the same. This rhythm lasts for 2 whole bars before it starts to repeat itself. And this one really divides up the thumb as being the bass player or the left hand on the piano, and the fingers as being the chordal part, the right hand of the piano in effect. And this is what happens. We either play all 4 strings together with the thumb and 3 fingers, or we're going to play the thumb on its own, or we're going to play the fingers on their own. When we put them together, we get this. So let's break that down and count out the beats. We have all together, then just the fingers, then just the thumb, then just the fingers. And the rhythm is this: 1 for all of them, 2 just the fingers, 3 the thumb, and the and after the 3 is the fingers. That last one's a bit early. 1, 2, 3 and. 1, 2, 3 and. You could just use that first bar and get a really interesting rhythm that would still work on Latin influenced tunes. that first bar nice and solid first of all. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now let's look at bar 2. Bar 2 starts the same way with all of them together, the thumb and fingers. Then we have our fingers and our thumb and our fingers. But the timing is different. We go 1, 2 and. So nothing happens on beat 2, but the and after beat 2, our fingers come in. Our thumb on beat 3. And then on beat 4, our fingers. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Put them both together and you get this. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Now let me play it on the baritone with a low fourth. And with a low fourth string, regardless of your tuning, you'll start to hear a bit more separation between bass and chords. And that's when you'll hear that the bass is just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's this solid pulse on beats 1 and 3 all the way through. And the chords fit around that with different timing. And that's what gives us this lovely Latin feel. They'll take a little while to get this hand working as you want it and to keep those 3 fingers together in that shape and do the rhythm from your wrist rather than by moving your fingers too much. But once you've got them, they're really useful ways of being able to play rhythm on songs without just having to strum. I hope you've enjoyed these and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.